Rise and grind, everybody. Oh, I'm sleepy this Saturday night. Let's see. As I said before, I don't bunk, so don't even. I mean, I know I've said this before, but it's worth repeating that I don't bunk because I don't want to. I see the the strategic importance of it. I just don't want to because I much prefer to try to hit homers and long balls. That's what I like to do, and steal bases.
And welcome to the home of the Buccos since 2001, PNC Park in Pittsburgh. Today, it's an NL Central Division matchup between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Buccos look to extend their historic winning streak to 18 right after this. Garrett Cole will be on the mound for Game 4. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Their ball club is going to have to keep a close eye on this one. This guy is nearing 200 innings on the season, and that's a lot of innings. A guy that takes the ball every 5 days. I'm sure they're going to watch to see if there are any signs of him tiring early in this one.
Now at the plate here is Brian Buckeye, hitting .500 in the series so far, 4 for 8.
How am I first on the Pirates when I've only been playing for a month?
He's set, here it comes. He's running, and he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Dean retreats to the
caught
track,
it.
and he'll put this one away. So a sigh of relief.
It was a good hit, but sometimes it just
His career line against Garrett
Ah,
Cole, batting
that's
at
okay.
an even 400. Also of note, the 4 home runs he's hit against him. Bouncer to the left side,
I'm not sure I'll make it.
and a throw to Giambi's in time for out number 2. Next up, Dylan Carlson. Softly hit to short. Fielded cleanly. Throw to Giambi will be in time, and with that, the inning will come to an end. Now to bat, Brian Buckeye, 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
I'm always gonna power swing because I do. Let's see if I can break the tie.
From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Ah!
Fastball swung on and hit to second. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Dang it! I did a power swing sometimes. Ah, well.
Brian Buckeye, he bounced out last time up.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result as his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
You know what I've noticed is nobody ever asks.
Liner in there for a base hit.
Yeah, I noticed something interesting is
Throw, and he is back safely at first, and that was almost trouble.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hit streak. You know what? This could be
kind of got to start doing stuff what I was saying.
Right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
Comes set with the 0-1. Now a swing and a ground ball, and that's through for a base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Maybe I could have made it to third. I don't know. But it's better to be safe than sorry sometimes.
Top of the order now, and that'll bring in the left fielder Ryan Braun. He's set, and the 3-1 pitch. And he
Dang.
goes for again, and
That was
clearly they just don't want any part of him in this one.
I wanted to steal, but it didn't work out.
To the plate for Pittsburgh, Bryce Harper. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once, and that misses. Ball 4.
I got forced home around.
So now to the plate, Yadier Molina 0 for 2 from him so far in this
Wait a minute. I somehow completely spaced out on what just happened. Like, wait a minute. Oh, I see. It was because the ball didn't even come to me, so nothing happened, which is weird. All right.
Pitch of the AB on its way. Yanked high and deep down the line in right. Gone! It's a grand slam.
I've heard grand salami before. It's a grand salami.
Promptly unloads the bases with that one. Number 11 for him on the season as this lead got even wider.
Yeah, you've heard the saying, stuck between a rock and a hard place. Well, that was the case here. Bases loaded, facing the best power.
So the next to bat will be Brian Buckeye. He's got 2 hits in 4 at-bats. From the stretch. High fly ball out to straightaway center.
Ah, he's out. Oh, wow.
Able to track it down.
I've noticed something interesting about pitch outs.
Onto their lead, and after a long dry spell, the good times
The only time I've ever seen a pitch out is
right after this.
when I'm on the base path. There'll be a pitch out, but or if I'm playing shortstop, I might see it.
Got it.
But when I'm pitching, the coach never tells me to do a pitch out. And when I'm at bat, I've never been given a pitch out, ever.
Hey, I've given up trying to predict where this amazing streak's going to end, so I'm just going to congratulate them and say, well done.
15 to
You hear the term, he's a thrower, not a pitcher. A lot of guys in the minor leagues are throwers. It takes a pitcher to succeed at the major league level and adjust to the league's adjustments as they get older.
That's a great point. It's all about pitch sequencing and pitch selection. You cannot be too predictable on the mound. Major league hitters will find you out. They will know exactly what to do. If you are too predictable, being able to vary the pitches that you use, even within a game.
Oh, I wanted to tell you guys about one thing that I'm really excited about is MLB The Show 22.
Gets the ball for the White Sox in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this
I
guy
am absolutely excited about the game based on what I have read.
3.5.
Up next for the Buccos, Brian Buckeye.
Oh, we're in Chicago.
Left-handed batter's box.
I'm so impressed with him and his ability to hit from both sides.
There's a swing,
Whoa,
ball hit in the
baby!
air, and a ball that he got
Think I homered it.
stitch up.
Yeah.
That one, without a doubt,
So,
is gone.
because of now I may be saying his name wrong, but because of Shahani
A two-run
Otani,
blast to straightaway
he
right field.
they have, I guess they rewrote the code to make it possible for him to bat and be, to make it possible for him to pitch and be a DH in the same game. And so that the game is portraying how the Angels actually use him. And I'm so excited to see what that means for Road to the Show, because for as long as I can remember, I have always wanted my pitcher, my player, to break all the records and even get, I think it's called the Triple Crown, where it consists of batting averages, home runs, and RBIs. I could be wrong, but it's where you lead in 3 batting categories, and I want my pitcher to get it as a two-way player, and now I think it might be possible when MLB Road to the Show 22. Oh, I'm still going to try and steal, because I'm fast. Well, maybe not that fast, but I'm going to try. Oh. Oh, go home. Do I make it? I have no idea if I made it. Let me see here. Replay, previous play.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today.
I guess I did.
Everyone seems to be putting barrel on baseball in this lineup.
Here's the first pitch to him.
See, I love playing, I love pitching, but I also love batting. And ever since I first started playing my career mode with MLB 2K10, 2K11-ish, and one of the early MLB The Show games around that time period, I've always picked pitcher, but I've always wanted more. I wanted to be both. This was long before two-way players was even heard of. Or maybe it was heard of, but it wasn't what it is today with players like Shahani Otani. And again, I apologize if I said his name wrong. But it is exciting. So I cannot wait to see what they do. I hope it doesn't disappoint. I hope this means that I could participate in the home run derby as a pitcher.
Every guy has to go up to the plate and have a good productive.
Brian Buckeye to the plate again and looking for home run number 3 in the ballgame. His second coming back in the 5th.
I know it's unrealistic for me to consistently hit at least 2 home runs a game, but that's the way I like to play.
Pitch to him. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. And they keep rolling here. Their runners at the corners.
Alright, let's see if I can steal.
Dan, with that single, he's now 3/4 of the way to hitting for the cycle. Toughest one still on the shelf, though. He's got to get it tripping.
Yeah, that's you said it, D-Roll. That's one of those that's either got to hit
Woohoo!
down the line or one of those tweeners in the gap. He has enough
Hit and
speed
run
to
paid
get
off.
the gap
It was
and
supposed to
slow
be a
down the
steal,
line. Maybe he can
but
put in. He was gonna
it ended up being a hit and run.
Now a pickoff play at second, and he just manages.
Yeah, you can try and get me out, but it ain't gonna happen.
Leads off second
I'm the
with
best.
one gone in the inning.
I am the best.
Bounce to first.
I don't know why I didn't want to steal.
Step on the back.
Yes, I'm gonna. Darn!
And now they've got the runner caught in a hot box.
Ah.
Thought about going home.
I'm sorry. I tried.
Now to the plate.
I know it probably wasn't really smart, but I did it anyway.
To short. Reined in. And that's the second out. Next, it'll be Brian Buckeye singled in his last at bat.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third
Didn't
baseman
like that
goes by
pitch.
and wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if
Probably
anything
good that I
hit
didn't
hard
hit it.
through the infield. He's going to wave him.
Here's the 0-1. Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out
He's
to
gonna
straight
catch it, I
center.
think.
A ball that's carrying.
Or maybe,
On the
yep,
warning
he
track,
caught it.
he
Good
makes
thing
the
is,
catch. Pujols
oh,
is third and is digging for the plate.
did I,
And
yeah,
safe.
sacrifice fly.
Front now up.
Those are awesome too.
The batter will be Louis
Yes, I
Robert.
wish he didn't catch it, but
In this one, all ending
a
with
sacrifice
two
fly is
strikes.
good.
The 2-1
Okay, double play ball.
He gets the ground ball to first. This might be two. There's one. On to first, and he
He's
rolls a
out.
double play ball to end it here.
Another
This
thing I
might
hope
be
to
his
see
over.
in MLB 22 is, well, let me show you.
120 tops in the division.
Let me show you what I mean. So, it doesn't. I'll be right back. My water bottle. Delicious. Drinking some water could be taste so good. So the practice modes. There's only some, as a pitcher, you can only do so many practice modes. And I don't like that. Especially if you're a two-way player. I'll show you what I mean. I'm not going to actually do this. I just want to show you. So you have pitch command, pitching practice, good at bat, discipline, bat control, and base stealing. But you don't have fielding practice and you don't have base running practice. Whereas I bet if I were to start MLB the show and be just a catcher or first baseman, it would show that. In fact, let's go see if that's true or not. Oh, oops. Excuse me. Sorry about. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I cannot start a new My Player mode. So, never mind. But I think it's safe to assume that if I was to just be a fielder, it would show the other options, such as fielding and base running, but it doesn't. Let's see what's available in practice mode. Challenge. Do these challenges still exist? Oh. Interesting. And okay. Anyway, practice, like, custom practice for some randomness. Oh. Oh, okay. Team practice? What does that mean? Okay. Well, I was trying to show what I meant, but it didn't work out that way. But I'm pretty sure I'm right that if I was just to play, say, second base in MLB The Show after the two-way trial, it would show those two practice modes that I mentioned. Base running and fielding. But it doesn't for a pitcher shortstop. Hopefully that will happen in the next mode. Based on one of the articles I read, they said the developer said they literally had to rewrite the code in order to fit Chahani Otani. Now, look at this batting lineup. For example, let's say Chahani is a pitcher. He will also be a DH. Now, I don't know if he stays a pitcher the whole game or just the first 3 innings. I'm not sure how that works, but I honestly don't fully know how it works, but my understanding is that he starts a game and he's also the DH in the same game. I tried to find a game with an example. Let me see. Let's look it up real quick because I'm really curious, and I'm sure you are too, about how he was used. I'm gonna pick a random. See if I can find one where Otani started. Let's see here. Okay. Here we go. Alright, here's one game here's one game where they played against the Texas Rangers. They're both American League teams. The Angels won. So Los Angeles Angels batting. So he was number 2. So did they have a DH? Okay, this doesn't make any sense to me what I'm looking at here. Let's see here. So, Otani, he batted 3 times in one of the games early April of last year. And that was the pinch hitter, another pitcher, and then a first baseman that pitched in place of him. But the weird part is, well, somebody replaced Albert Pujols, and it says P, but it doesn't show an at-bat. I have no idea what that means. But that's not what I'm trying to see here. I want to see the pitching here. Uh, 1-0. That must have been his first win. Trying to see. Oh, here we go. Show pitching lines and info. So, ago, he pitched for 5 innings. And okay, so okay, I see what I'm seeing now. So in one of the Angels game, he pitched for 5 innings, and he got the win. And 3 other pitchers pitched during the game. One of those pitchers, the last pitcher, replaced Albert Pujols, and Ohtani was stuck in the lineup. And there was actually no doubleheaders listed in here. I'm looking at this lineup. They played the Texas Rangers and the second baseman, pitcher, first base, and so forth, but no doubleheaders. And so I think the same would be for the Texas Rangers. Let's see. Yep. Well, no, I mean, the Texas Rangers would have the doubleheader because they don't have a pitcher. But in this case, Shohei Ohtani is in place instead of a doubleheader. He pitched 5 innings and batted 3 times. That's amazing. So I hope that carries into Road to the Show because that has been my dream. That has always been a dream of mine to see an MLB Road to the Show. And I'm super, super excited. Okay, I'm a designated hitter for shortstop. And one of the futures they mentioned for the game, for the MLB to Show, something about multiple players and however you want to use them, and I don't understand what they mean, so I guess we're going to find out. I have no idea if I'm talking into the microphone. It's like I'm not connected. Huh. Okay, I am connected.
This guy pitched really well in his last outing, only allowing 1 run. If he brings that kind of stuff to the ballpark, he has a chance to pitch another gem in this one.
Oh, I got so confused. Like, did I somehow miss my first at bat? Hello.
Striding forward now is the DH, Brian Buckeye. He went deep last night twice.
Yes, I did.
First offering on its way. Hard on the ground towards short, and that's through for a hit.
Hey, there's another base knock right there. A hitting streak now up to 8 games.
No doubt about what, 8 games? Nah, man, we're starting to think about it a little bit. You know, you get past that week, you just know you're locked in. They start talking 8 games, now you're like, I got a nice little hitting streak going.
Buckeye aboard here at first with nobody out. Runners on the move for second. Now a flare out toward right center. Coming in on it is Eaton, but he won't get there. It falls in. And a relay to the plate. But the throw is well up the line, and he scores easily. Another multi-hit game for him here tonight. No surprise there as we take a look at the league leaders in hitting. And as you can see right there, he's up near the top in the National League.
Oh, average. He looks kind of dead, just standing there like,
So now into the box is Brian
I don't really care.
singled in his first debut.
Yeah, Matty, pressure's off right now. He extended his hitting streak that last plate appearance. Now he gets to get back into it.
High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. He settles under it and makes the catch in the deepest confine of the ballpark.
Hey, they're not supposed to catch though. It's supposed to be a home run.
Next to hit is Brian Buckeye. He bats here as the reigning Rookie of the Month in the National League. Fouled off.
I love baseball. So much fun. And it's easier. I think I like it the best because it's easier for me in some ways.
Here to center field.
I mean, with basketball, it's difficult because the best way I can describe it is that with baseball, it's easier to focus on one thing. Like when you're batting, you're looking at one thing, the ball, moving. Pitching, same thing. You only focus on one thing.
Deep his last AB, certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Hangs on him a bit.
Ah, if he catches it again, I'm gonna hit him.
Robert is there and he puts it away to stop
Yep.
the bleeding.
When I pitch, I'm gonna hit him.
This amazing streak just keeps rolling and rolling.
Nah, I'm just kidding. Look at that. F8, F8, F8. Somehow my ball kept just dropping into that guy's club. Go figures. It happens, you know. You just have one of those days where your ball just flies into the club. Yeah, okay, I admit it. I was looking for my phone or something.
On the cusp of the postseason, and you know it can, the atmosphere changes as you get closer and you get closer. What are the telltale signs?
Oh, I'm pitching again. I love pitching, but sometimes I wish it didn't take so long. But I'm playing the Cubs. So supposedly, if in the new MLB the show, if I'm a good enough batter to a player, and I'm playing our team in their home, and I'm pitching, supposedly, I should still be able to bat. But even if that means I can go to any team and be a batter, I'm still going to play for the Pirates, because I don't know, I just can't bring myself to play for any other teams. I've tried, but it just felt wrong for some reason. I don't know why. I just can't do it. I'm glad that they are still going to release MLB The Show despite the MLB lockout, because the way it's going, it actually sounds like the season could potentially be canceled. It just sounds like we will either not see baseball until midsummer or it'll be canceled. here's my personal opinion. I think baseball needs to change. To what extent, I don't know. But I think we're seeing a change, and Ohtani is just one of those changes. Two-way playing, and I also think a faster paced game needs to happen. They need to find a way to make the game more action packed and more faster paced, like football, basketball, hockey. Find a way to incorporate some kind of shot clock or timed inning. Or something. Just maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like the commissioners, the people that own the Major League Baseball, I feel like they just don't want to change. Looks like that's a pop-up. Yep. Oh well. It happened. But anyway, yeah, I love baseball. I love playing it. It's easier for me compared to other sports. But I do think that they need to adapt and change. Now, like I mentioned Ohtani before, I mentioned him. That was a good start, changing the rule to make it possible for players like him to bat as well. That's a good step. But I do think changes need to be made. Football has evolved, hockey has evolved, and basketball has clearly evolved. As you know, back in the 40s and 50s, there were no shot clocks, but now there is. And it's a good thing too, because back then, without the shot clock, basketball players would just hold on to the ball as long as they possibly can before shooting. And so finally, they were like, that's it, we need a shot clock. And that made basketball even better. And to reach my goal, and I'm going to buy the game after streaming live every day. Even if it's just 5-10 minutes, that's my goal. Because I'm awesome. And because I'm serious about this. I really believe I can make an impact. The whole purpose of what I want to do and what I'm trying to do is I want the people to leave my channel a better person. Or a determination to be 1% better. And I chose to start with video game streaming because I've been playing video games for so long that that's where I need to start. Because I don't think I'm proficient enough in any skill to make it. And right now I'm proficient in baseball. Now if I build on that and develop the skill that surrounds around video game streaming, I can use it as a platform to where I'll learn other skills I want to learn because I'll have time to. As it is, I have my 9-to-5 job a side job with my brother, and all I want to do when I come home is sleep or play video games. So I'm playing video games and I'm streaming. Let's see where this takes me, boys. Ah! That's a crappy hit. Did it make it? Nope. My eyes are
Not
swollen.
shocked by their aggressive nature at the plate today, but they got to change their MO if they're going to compete in this one.
I'm always, oh, main objective. M-O means main objective. You know, that center fielder for the Chicago White Sox in the last 3 games here, he's lucky I'm not pitching against him because I might just hit him in the head after catching my fly ball 3 times. Big jerk. Oh well, he was just doing his job. Still.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. This guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the night. First pitch on the way. Javier Myers will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. And it's quickly 0-2. 0-2 count and the pitch. He's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame. And now
Yeah, I did that too fast. I'm just,
went down on strikes in his last
I think I'm ready to be done for the evening. It's definitely true. One of the things you need to play in this, to do video game stream is stamina. Sitting for long periods of time. And if that's the case, you also need to make sure you have a healthy lifestyle. Like exercising. For me, it'll be weightlifting because I love weightlifting. I love how it feels. And I miss it, and it feels so good when I do it. But you know what makes me sad? I used to didn't mind filling eggs, but I hate to admit it, but I actually feel weaker. Whoa, 14? You know what that means. Only one person got a hit off me. Be amazing if I somehow find a way to get 27 strikeouts. I have one actually, but that was years ago in MLB 2K12 or 11. I don't remember what year, but it was one of the MLB 2K franchises where I actually did get 27 strikeouts. You know what's funny is I've never walked anybody. Ever. Okay, not ever, but it's so rare.
That's been a big factor why he's been so successful up to this point.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. The DeMaro Vargas was down for the second out here in the bottom half. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. He'll come in here at 259. 4 home runs, 13 RBIs. And that misses downstairs for a ball 1-1. Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings
Well, at least it's not me. I don't want to be replaced. I'm the best.
High in the air out to center field. Center fielder
Oh.
giving chase, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
They always seem to catch my fly balls.
Third baseman, Key Brian Hayes.
Hey, this
That's
is where
okay.
you go up there and you just focus on doing your job. Turn the scoreboard off in your head. I know you're down a lot, but you have to have one.
A lot. 4-0 typically, technically, really isn't that much when you think about it.
Babies go unnoticed right here.
I understand. It seems like a lot of schools these days are 9 to 5, 12 to 15, 3 to 4. So I don't think 4-0 is not much when you consider you just need one valiant inning, and before you know it, 4 runs. I'm not saying it's easy, but I do think it's.
Strike 3. 19 strikeouts for him now.
Pretty impressive.
I think it's. I don't think it's as hard as people make it sound like in baseball. I don't know if that made any sense.
Ian Happ is in the 2-away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
I'm going.
This as he pulls the top hand over, it's 0-2.
The count doesn't mean much to this batter. He's all in. He's knocking.
Got him for an even 20 strikeouts now thus far as he's just been.
Yay!
It'll be the pitcher
Hopefully this time I can actually get a hit.
tonight, and why not? He's been in control all game long.
No, I just didn't like that hit. I know it's still straight, but I just.
Trout over at second, Story at first, 2 out in the inning.
No, I don't like that either.
Target nothing in 2 now.
Hey, I know it's the pitcher at the plate, but he's going to grind it out right here. He's got a chance to help himself, and nothing's a bigger backbreaker to a team than watching.
Hot shot to first base and a great play to end the
Well, that didn't work out too well.
loaded. Here's Javier Baez. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's gone about his business, man. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect. But getting that early lead from this offense could have really helped set him in.
He's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
That was a good swing right there. Might be the best one he's had all night because he was right on it.
And he struck him out for the first out of the inning, but perhaps more importantly, he's 5 outs away now. So 1 gone here in the Chicago 8th, and in steps a former World Series hero, the outfielder Jock Peterson. 0-1 the count. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Wow, that was an ugly swing right there, and that tells us all we need to know. Nobody's picking the baseball up with this guy.
And there's another one. Strike 3 as he just continues to mow guys down. Here's the young.
I don't think I'll get another at bat, but that's alright. You just have one of those games where you just can't seem to hit the ball. I'm still gonna break the hitting record.
I know he's down to
Just not in this game. It's gonna be.
swinging the bat so well lately. I don't think he minds this one.
Throw on to John.
In the next MLB Show 22.
Left to go.
When it will happen.
Played 8 full. It's the Pirates.
You know what I really hope is I include records like
Bottom of the 9th. And
games and more seasonal records, you know? Like MLB 2K did. But if not, not. I mean, y'all know that there's some records that are literally impossible.
good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
Like most wins in a season. No one will ever have 60 wins in a season, ever. Not even Shohei Ohtani, unless they give him more starts than 30.
Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. Line drive to center field.
Alright, let's look it up real quick.
Perfect
such a tough one as a pitcher, D-Roll. 25 outs and then to give it up with 1 out in the 9th.
I'll tell you what, from an offensive standpoint, you don't want to be taking things without question. You're going to do everything in your power to mix in a knock. That's exactly what they did. But tip your hat. The guy is throwing the hell out of it.
60 games. And that was in 1884. So by some strange stroke of luck or miracle, it will never be broken. The only way for it to be broken is if you have a really, really, really good relief pitcher who pitched in more than 60 games and somehow managed to get the win for every one of those games. I'm not talking about studs, but if he comes in late in the game and somehow scores the win for every game. That is not possible. Not by today's standards. Back then, back in the 1880s, I believe they started games without any sort of rotation. Whereas today, you have rotation, so if you're lucky, the most wins you might get is, what, 32 for a starting pitcher? Okay, what about most wins by a modern era pitcher? I'm trying to look up most wins in the modern eras. No, that's career, 226 career, but actually, in 1968, a pitcher with the last name of McLean became the most recent Major League Baseball pitcher to win 30 or more games during a season, with a record of 31-6. And only 11 players in the 20th century have done that. So that's pretty amazing. And that was 1956. That's a long time ago. And I don't think anybody's done it in the 21st century yet. So that's very rare. So I guess I didn't get a no-hitter, huh? Wow. I didn't even notice that I gave up a hit. Too bad I didn't. It's too bad I didn't get a hit, but hey, that's alright. I'm not worried about it.
We are set to bring you baseball from. In now is Nico.
Hopefully I'll have a better game.
Things off here in the bottom half of the first. On the ground to the left side. And there's one down now.
Time for a look at the Buccos on D. And diving into the numbers on this team, the one thing that jumps off the page is the fact that these
But let's do some batting.
Here is Ryan Buckeye. He'll start things out in the top half of the second. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. High and deep to center field.
Oh no!
On the warning track, he makes the catch.
I guess I'm just having one of those days. Well, and it happens, you know. That's real life.
On its tail.
Uh,
Made to
I
short
hate it when
for
it does
six. One there.
does
To
does
Giambi,
that.
and they get the double play.
Like it thinks I'm still playing new, so they pop up these random tutorials. It's kind of annoying.
Played is Ryan
Alright,
Buckeye.
I am gonna drive in a run.
Month in the National League. First pitch of the AB now.
Good.
Swing and there it goes. He got all of that ball into the bleachers and gone.
Finally! Snap that one.
So a two-run shot to left center, number 14 on the season, and it's given the Pirates a 3-1 lead.
Hey, I know we're not sitting up here with a crystal ball, but that swing right there, although in the middle innings, could be the deciding factor. And we could be looking back at this one when it's all said and done.
Could be.
Bases are empty here with two away, and Wilson Contreras digs in at the plate. Line drive snagged on a short hop.
Yeah, I love
Giambi fished that one out of the
football.
dirt. A nice play. The big
my mother.
new inning set to get underway, and that'll bring forth the slugging shortstop, Ryan Buckeye.
That was a pretty good changeup in his last at bat when he hit the home run. That was a changeup away that he drilled to the opposite field. Sometimes as a pitcher, you just have to tip your cap. That was a great piece of hitting.
Happ scoops it up.
Mm.
Ground ball single up the center of the diamond makes it 2 hits for him on the afternoon. And as we check out our Pittsburgh Pirate leaderboard, you can see that he currently sits second best on the team.
No, I don't. I don't know why you say I do. I think you got me mixed up with the other Buck Miller.
Luckily, however, the first baseman will get his glove on it. Here comes the 1-2. Runner goes for second. Pitch outside. The throw is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
That's pretty savvy base running, right? A lot of pitchers don't throw over twice in a row, so I think he was going on first movement, and it worked out nicely.
Runner goes for third. In there. Now the throw is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw. So kind of a questionable time to be trying to take third, as that very easily could have been a strike him out, throw him out double play, but he is in there with one away.
Because I know I could make it.
This is hit high in the air out toward left
And
center.
now look what's gonna happen because I did that.
Happ
Too.
is there, and that should be deep enough to score the run.
See?
And the run is in to score from third.
It worked out, didn't it?
Great job there by this power hitter, known for driving the ball home.
Striding in is Ildemaro Vargas. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
Offense needs to get going right here. You want to try and tighten up this game a little bit before it starts to get into that territory.
Boom.
You're going to start seeing the back end of each bullpen.
And that's out number 1. Ryan Buckeye will stand in again as we flash you back here to the 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ballgame to this point. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And that's off the scoreboard. What a
Beautiful.
blast.
Beautiful.
A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His second home run of the game, and it's now 6-4.
That was beautiful. And perfect.
Stands in looking for home run number 3 right here as you see what he's done so far in this one.
Wow. We really busted it open.
Here comes the first pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Man, talk about having a good game. Like most guys, this would be a good week. 4th hit of the game, and 2 of those D-Rose round trippers.
Yeah, he's going to have a smile on his face for a while here, Dan. These are special nights. You have to enjoy these. These don't come around often, and he is taking full advantage of it.
I think it was laid back.
Pitch outside the throw.
I made it.
Behind the play, that's an easy stolen base.
This catcher has an elite arm, but when you get that great of a jump at first base, it makes it a lot easier to steal second.
Here now the 2-2. Swing and a liner.
I'll just keep running.
Their inning continues as they're going to tack on even more here. Throw won't get him.
Wow, that's a baker's dozen. 13 runs right there, and they can't go.
Ooh. Oh my.
Taking in will be Brian Buckeye, singled in his last at-bat.
How about a grand slam home run in the evening?
Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hit high and deep out to strike.
Get out of here! Get out of here!
It's a
Grand slam!
So he will touch them all on the grand slam. His 3rd home run of the ball game as they just continue to pour it on here.
Well, talk about having a day. 3 home runs. Well, I'm kind of running out of words to describe how incredible this winning streak has become. Every win just cements
Well,
the
I think on that
legendary
note, we'll end the broadcast for the night. Thank you for joining me on tonight's broadcast, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. Remember, the best thing you can do is to invest. The best investment you can make is in yourself. So go out there and be great and be happy and healthy. Peace. And I'll stream a little bit tomorrow.